Danny Queen, and welcome back to Color Me Poetry. We're here with some airbrush artists, master airbrush artists, if you will, and they do airbrush art and wearable art. Brother Kevin and Brother KC. Let me say, when I first met you, brother, at the mall, you were working at Pants Plus, I think it is.
Yeah.
Tell us about that and how that happened.
Okay, that happened when I was at home practicing, trying to perfect this, which isn't perfect yet, but...
Oh, well, it is coming along.
Thank you. And my mother was suggesting that I shop around my portfolio to certain stores and areas in the, you know, in the area, in the immediate area. So the closest mall to me at that time, because I was living near PG College in that area, and I don't know if I can say stuff like that.
Yeah, you can say.
Okay. But I was living in that area, and she said, why don't you go to Landover Mall and see if they'll, you know, take you in or something. Because with your work, they probably may not deny you. So I went in there, and I shopped around different places. And I saw Cavalier. Cavalier's a big store, and they have a chain. Right. And then I saw Pants Plus, and that's their competition. They sell similar garments and things. So I said, well, why don't I go with the little guy, because he probably needs help, you know, with bringing in customers and stuff. And he'd probably be more apt to accept me quicker than Cavalier, because they have to go through a chain of command. So I went in there, and immediately they said, well, bring your stuff in, you know, and we negotiated and worked something out. But the thing about that is, the unique thing is that they cleared their window out and gave me like the whole window. And I just go in the window, and that's my workshop.
And that's why I met you, in the window.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny, because I came by one day, I said, what that brother doing up in the window like that? You know, I saw you up there painting in the window. And I just thought it was unique, because I'd never seen, I mean, I've seen airbrush art before, but I never saw it in a place like that, in a business establishment like that.
It catches an interest.
Yeah, it caught my eye. You know, and even when you weren't there, even when you're not there, people walk by and they catch their eye.
A lot of people come by, he's get crowds in the window, and, you know, they watch
while you working
stuff. Yeah, while you
How does that make you feel?
Well, basically, in order to stay focused, you have to really ignore a lot of it. I mean, people knock, and people ask me questions. But they're supposed to come inside the store in order to talk to me. But they see there's slits in the window, and I can hear them, and, you know, and they hear my music inside, because there's so much commotion around me. I really have to create my own environment for myself.
So, a lot of times when I'm there, I try to deter them from distracting, because, you know, it's a concentration thing that you have to have in order to airbrush and do it.
How do you stay focused when y'all do your art?
Well, basically, we like music.
Music,
we're into rap, R&B, jazz.
Jazz helps a lot.
Yeah, a lot of those type of musics, and we just play them
on the vibe,
on the tapes, and we're rolling with him. He loves music. He has to hear it very loud.
I got 800 CDs, man.
Do you?
You know, I love music. It's like sometimes, I don't know, I guess it depends on what mood I'm in. I'll get hooked on the vibe, and I play the same, particularly if I'm writing something, and I'll turn the music down low in the background. If I'm hooked on the vibe, that vibe will take me. I'll play the same record 10 times. And, you know, I'm just hooked on that vibe right now.
That vibe.
To hold that feeling.
They say with melanin comes rhythm. You know,
that's a lot of truth.
So you have to feel that.
I think that's the truth.
Yeah,
I did
in the soul.
Did a poem in my new book, which is called The Wake Up Call, and it's called Melanin on My Mind. You know, you know,
That's
and
deep.
It's gonna be deep.
Deep.
But the way you do your art, when I saw you, your concentration it's like you was ignoring us. I said, man, why he ignoring us? He ignoring us.
A lot of people come by and they're in the window. Oh, he think he like that. That Bama thinks he's like that. You know, and he ignores it. I can't do that as well as he does. So a lot of stuff I do at home. You know, but I really cannot take a person, you know, talking down about something positive that I'm doing, because we're trying to set examples for the younger brothers in the community. You know, we took something negative and turned it into positive. You know what I mean? By taking the subway trains and painting on them, which is against the law in the United States and stuff like that, and turning it into something that we can benefit from financially and spiritually. You know, because when you painting, you feel it. When he looks at a photo and can bring it onto a canvas or onto some wearable
translate
art,
it from your mind.
Yeah, you feel good about that, and people express their opinions and they feel positive about it, and they tell you, you know, oh, that is really good. It looks just like them, or whatever. It's a good feeling. It's a high. You know, it's a natural high.
Natural high.
And that's what we as a people need to look forward to and try to bring about is natural highs. Instead of running around in the community, you know, trying to gratify yourself off of other people's suffering.
Right.
You know?
How important is the eye?
Very important.
Yeah.
Why?
The eye is all of
Why
it.
is the eye important?
Well, basically, because your eye is basically what God gave you.
How you develop that though? That sense
like
between your eye and what you're
Well, it's
conveying on paper.
eye-hand coordination,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
And
develop it by practicing. That's how you develop it.
That's
like
the
I
only
said,
way.
If it's not in you to be an artist or to draw, nobody can really train
Give
you.
it to
You can do basic art, yes. But to get intricate as something like this, it's something you have to practice, and it has to be within you.
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can learn technical knowledge.
Right.
I mean,
Technique.
people can show you technical stuff about art and anatomy and how many bones connect in the arm and all that. But until you can do it by eye and you can look at something and then imitate it, I mean, you know, until you develop that, then, but that's my particular style. Some people draw from the head, from the mind. I started that way, but then once I started looking at things like the Incredible Hulk at 8 years old, and I wanted to imitate that. You know, he has muscles, he's green, he's vivid, he's alive, you know. And I used to imitate, you know, we used to do it. Yeah. Comic book
superheroes was got us. That's the basic thing that got us started.
Yeah, superheroes.
You ever thought about doing like black, maybe
cartoons,
comic characters?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I thought of it, but it's sometimes in who you know.
Right.
And getting exposure. You know, so if I knew somebody that was in that business or had access, I'd definitely get into it.
We're always open for that. Definitely.
Yeah. There's so many things you can do with this kind of art. Why you call it wearable art?
Well, because, like you see, you can wear
it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. This is Mary J. Blige. He did this one. And as far as this goes, this is wearable, you know?
Yeah. It's because it's an art form that you can wear. And it's like it goes from any type of clothing. From